Hello, everybody. I'm actually not going to be on here long. When I have certain things to share with y'all, I'm trying to get on this platform. Sometimes I'm writing and then I get a whole nother stream of consciousness and then it turns into a different conversation. So I'm going to share what I was typing up about Yahweh and Allah. Allah. A lot. And then I'll move on. So, first off, my name is Kweeni, aka the Queen Mother. Is your first time watching me here on the channel, welcome. So today I want to talk about the female consorts of Yahweh and Allah. Yahweh and Allah had female consorts that predate them. This is why patriarchy is a serious problem. Hi to whomever is in here. I cannot see who is in here. But hey, please like this video so it reaches who it needs to reach. Yahweh and Allah had female consorts that predate them. This is why patriarchy is a serious problem. Astarte was the wife of Yahweh, who was also called El. She was also the consort of Baal. Now, what's interesting about the word El just means God. But from my understanding, they're referring to the supreme deity, El. El is really a title because there's so many different, if you've ever worked with the Solomon keys, you know that there's so many different Els. There's El Shaddai. I'm not going to name all of them because I can't remember them off the top of my head, but there's different deities with the title El. But we are referring to whom a lot of people call Yahweh. Astarte, the Lady of Byblos, is one of the oldest forms of the great goddess. The Bible calls her Asherah or Ashtoreth. She was the same creating, preserving, and destroying goddess worshipped by all Indo-European cultures, typified by Kali as the symbol of nature. She was the maiden, she was the mother, and she was the crone. A triple goddess. Astarte, Asherah, Ashtoreth, all of these names are referring to the same person, as well as Aphrodite. But I will talk to y'all about that in another video. Now, Astarte was masculinized in the books of the 15th and 16th century by Christian revisionist writers. Suddenly, she became the Duke or Prince of Hell. This was because the church did not want her to be worshipped. She had to be lower in rank than the new supreme fatherly authority, Yahweh. Also, another one of her names was Elat, with an E, E-L-A-T. Now let's look at Allah. Some Islamic scholars refer to Elat as Allah's wife, while others see her as Allah's daughter. However, the truth is, Allah is a late masculinization of the word Alat or Alat. There's Al-Lat, and then some people spell it Alat. Alat, Al-Uzza, and Manat are primitive Arabian goddesses whose worship predates the rise of Muhammad. Once again, we see a triple goddess. The ancient feminine symbol of the moon crescent is still on Islamic flags. So why am I sharing this? One, if you care about humanity, I need you to wake up. Two, I discussed how the black stone in Mecca is a symbol of the Dark Mother's yoni. It's a vulva. The pilgrimage to Mecca, in which worshippers walk around a sacred cube, is a Saturnian ritual. This is the part that I was channeling that really hit me hard. Because when I'm talking about the return of the mothers, I'm always talking about how the age of Aquarius is really the age of Saturn, and how we'll be governed by the planet Saturn for the next 4,000 years, because after the age of Aquarius comes the age of Capricorn, in which Saturn rules both Aquarius and Capricorn. And I have talked to people about how Saturn, I'll be polite enough to say Saturn, from my understanding, my relationship with Saturn, who I know Saturn to be, Saturn is the dark cosmic mother. She's not this old father time image. Saturn belongs to the timekeepers, the time weavers, who are women. Because women are timekeepers, because they control what lineages can be brought through onto this plane and what lineages cannot continue here on Earth. That's a part of a woman's authority and power, because she has the womb to create and birth human beings. Now, this is what was getting me. When we think about the worshippers, the Muslim worshippers, and how they pilgrimage to Mecca and they walk around the cube, I've told y'all before that that black stone that looks like a vulva, that is like the most sacred part of the whole pilgrimage experience, to touch that stone. That stone is really symbolizing the Black Mother. But it didn't really hit me the fact that the cube is a symbol for Saturn. So there is some sort of Saturnian ritual that has been performed for a long, long time that is keeping things the way that they are up until this point. Because Saturn rules cosmic law. Not the law of the land, but cosmic law. That's what Saturn really rules. Hi to whomever who is in here. So, when I say the mothers are returning during the age of Aquarius, this is what I'm referring to. The Godhead is changing. The Oberos symbol, if I'm saying that correctly, the symbol where the head of the serpent is consuming the tail. The head symbolizes the Godhead, the mother, and the tail symbolizes the end, the son, the progeny. We are watching the mothers return. And in order for them to return, they have to completely demolish the power structure that we have at present day. By the way, next year, 2025, is the cosmic year of the serpent. Okay? The cosmic year of the serpent. I have yet to do divination for 2025, even though I've been writing down the little bitty downloads that I've been getting. But I haven't done divination. But it's very telling that these are the messages that they want me to share with y'all leading up to the year of the cosmic serpent. Now, with that being said, a lot of these religious institutions, the Vatican being the primary one, because you have to remember that the Vatican was not always what it is now. It was originally the house of the serpent worshippers, the serpent mothers. It was a house for the diviners. Where is my Vatic? The Hebrew definition of Vatic is Vatis, a seer, prophet, soothsayer, diviner, divination. Soothsayer, to act covertly, to use hidden arts, magic, to practice sorceries, mysteries. Diviner means witchcraft, tells fortunes, fortune teller, bewitched, to consult the spirit of the dead, to practice magic. I must say that fortune telling is the entertainment portion of divination. Divination as a practice in itself is not really meant for fortune telling. It's meant for prophecy. It's meant for alignment. You see what I'm saying? But anyways, the Vatican, divining serpent, derived from Vatis or Vatis, diviner, and can, which means serpent. Vatican City and St. Peter's Basilica were built on the ancient pagan site called in Latin Vaticanus Mons or Vaticanus Cauli, which means hill or mountain of prophecy. These religious institutions are going to be the first ones to slowly start telling us the truth. They will give us crumbs, kind of similar to how, was it Putin a couple years back? I want to say during lockdown, Putin was seen openly worshiping, acknowledging, giving honor to the Black Madonna, which is a lot more popular in Russia than it is here in the United States, to openly worship the Black Madonna, which I have a Black Madonna right here that I was using when I was working with a specific deity. So these religious institutions are slowly trying to, my thought process is that they have to give us clues. They have to give us clues. They do give us clues in media, in art, in television. If you understand the history of television, if you understand the history of radio programs, they were called programs for a reason. They use all of this stuff not only to program people, but they use these outlets to give clues. Okay? And I don't know if I've said it on here, but I've said it on threads that the more I spend time going inward, and then when I go out and connect with people, I'm starting to realize how many people are not really people. Like, they're not really, their souls have caps, if they have souls at all, because we're very much living in a simulation. And some of these people are non-playable characters within the simulation, meaning they exist here, but they do not exist outside of here. And so they find themselves in programming that they cannot release themselves from because they weren't meant to. It's like playing a video game. And Grand Theft Auto is a really good example because with Grand Theft Auto, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do. And there's certain characters in the game that will respond. And then there's other characters who are just NPCs where they don't really do anything to you. There's no consequence. You see what I'm saying? When you can't really get a reaction out of them. And this is not to say that you should treat people poorly, because somebody on threads tried to imply that's what I was saying. And I'm like, no, you're just projecting what you would do if you understood that a lot of the people here are not, a lot of the people here are just non-playable characters. I'm bringing that up because a lot of these people in power are non-playable characters. They're not real. They're not going to change. They were programmed to be on this side. They were programmed to play the anti. There will never be an incentive that makes them want to change their minds because they only exist here. They only exist here. So we're going to see a complete reset of the game. That is what's happening. We have 2 moons in our orbit. Our president, our former president, is he our current president? Yeah, our president, former president, shit. That's how much I don't pay attention to politics. Our former president has had an attempted 3 times. I don't even know that much about this last time because when I found out about it, I laughed. Because they're holding on so tightly to the illusions that they have created to make everybody think that we're separate from the crown, and that's not really true. So all of this is really kind of comical to me because I'm watching how people are grasping onto what they desperately need to let go of. Because the mothers is doing a sweep. I've been telling y'all this since like 2020. I've been saying this. If you have been following me since 2020, I've been telling y'all the mothers are doing a sweep. They're doing a sweep. That's what this is. There is so much stuff that's going to be revealed in 2025 that a lot of people are not going to be prepared for, quite literally. Like they're physically going to be incapable of handling certain information. And I hate to put it like that, but a lot of people will not be able to stay here with us in this existence because either they have contracts to leave before shit really gets crazy, or they just will not, they have not ascended in frequency to match the frequency of the planet, because our planet is ascending. And if you do not ascend with her, you're going to find yourself in a very limited and miserable existence. Okay? So yeah, I cannot stay on here that long. I have some things to do. Those who follow me on Patreon, I have new content coming up. That will be posted soon after I get this video up, this live up. And those of you who are in need of any of my services, metaphysical counseling, a discussion, a spiritual consultation, my books are open for readings, all of that stuff you can inquire about at my email, axqueenie@gmail.com. I will leave it down in the description box. And you guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.